should start. So hello everyone, and welcome to the post-final match press conference. We welcome in Coach Baxter Stewart. Hard luck, Coach. What are the learnings that you got from this competition? And I know you mean your vice champion. No, yes, please. No, we are already live. You can join us.
No, because it's the live. Just one.
No, but we already live on other platforms. Okay.
But we have live in Morgan television. Just 1 second, please. 1 second. I think it's
1 second is over. So maybe, Coach Braxton, what are your thoughts on this about this match, this final?
Well, I thought with the challenges that we've had building up to the final, I thought the players were in a very good headspace. When they went into the game, I think they were doing well. I think the opening of the game was okay from our side. I think we pressed higher than we pressed higher, and we intended to press them high. But when they were calm and they got out of the pressure a couple of times, some of our younger players, they lose heart and they drop off. And then, of course, Al Ahly are good with the ball, so then we have to defend in a lower block. I thought we did that reasonably well, but we had less and less of our attacking game because our first passes out of their pressure were not good enough, and therefore our attacks became too short, and we couldn't build, and we couldn't follow the plan that we had. The red card just before half time, it turns out to be that, plus the fact that they score an early goal in the second. And I have to change the game. I have to try to make more attacking options, knowing that we really are struggling to defend. So the second half became put the gas to the floor, but at the same time you want to have the handbrake on. So it was a good performance by Al Ahly, but shame for us that we had to deal with a red card.
Yes, and we're gonna take a couple of questions. So Mr. Jonathan Cognier, please. Go ahead. Mr. Cognier.
Oui. Oui, je suis là, merci. Bonsoir. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir, monsieur. Bonsoir. Allez-y, posez votre question. Vous allez poser la question en français?
Oui, je vais poser en français. C'est depuis la République démocratique du Congo. Est-ce que les coachs aident par rapport au match qu'ils ont fait en Tanzanie face à Simba de la Tanzanie? Est-ce qu'ils sont déçus d'arriver en finale? Est-ce qu'ils sont déçus des résultats qu'ils ont eu aujourd'hui? Merci.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to try to translate what I understood from the question of Mr. Jonathan from Democratic Republic of Congo. Are you disappointed about the result of today's match?
Wow. Obviously, the journalist he's never played a Champions League final. Of course, you're disappointed, massively disappointed. The players in the dressing room are massively disappointed. Disappointed not with their workload, but in certain situations, the quality of our play was not good enough. While we had 11 on the field, maybe we could have changed a little at half time, but then with 10 men on the field, it became a very, 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 very steep mountain to climb. But yeah, we are very, very disappointed.
Okay, second question. It's Mr. Selebalo Karabo Pasha. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, Coach Stuart Karabo from South Africa, independent football journalist. Coach, the red card to Happy Mashiane, let's be honest, there was a couple of kicks on him by the same player. I counted 3 counts, and the referee didn't see it. Do you think that also led to him getting the red card, or do you think he could have at least tried to control his emotions, considering the age that he's at? I think it's 2021. Just your thoughts on that, and considering that the player did really kick Mashiane 3 or 4 times. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, look, I think we went into the game. You know, we've got Blum, we've got Machine, and we've got Happy, and the 3 young ones. And this was potentially a bridge too far for them, but they were in good mental balance. They went into the game. I think you're right. The frustration grew with Happy. Both. We got him into the game early on in situations where you think he's good at that, and he let the ball get away from him. I think that frustrated him, and then he got smacked a couple of times, and I think that frustrated him. And the fact that he was chasing the ball late in the half, that was frustrating him. And I think all of that boiled over with him, and I think he gave an unnecessary free kick. It wasn't necessary to go in that hard in that area of the field. But he's a young lad, and the frustration boiled over, and I think it's correct what you're saying, that it sort of got to a point where he wanted to give back what he thought he'd been getting. So he's disappointed, I'm sure, but he will learn from it.
Okay, one last question is Mr. Nathaniel Kubai. Yes, go ahead, sir. Seems like he's having technical issues. So thank you, Coach Baxter Stewart, and best of luck for next steps. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And we'll be right back with Coach Mosimane. Thank you, Tabu. Coach Mosimane. So congratulations, Coach, for the tennis title in the history of the club. And my question is, how important was winning this cup for the team, for the club, and how important was this title, second in a row, for you personally?
Yeah, shukran.
Okay.
Don't worry, don't stress.
Thank you.
You okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Shukran. Yes. We really needed this trophy. I know the team from my country also wanted their first star, but we needed it. We wanted it more than them. The 10th one is important. It's good for history. It's good for our archives. And how better to do it with 3 goals. Yes, I understand that there was a red card, but red card is part of football. You should not be reckless if you play the cup final. Should not be too emotional, and this happens in football. But we deserve it. We won it. We've been scoring goals in the semi-finals. We've been scoring goals all the way. So, yeah, congratulations to the team. Al Ahly deserve the 10th trophy to make history.
Thank you, Coach. And we start taking questions. But okay. So let me ask you about this. I mean, now you're champion of Africa.
Yes.
Are you thinking of participating of the FIFA Club World Cup?
Yeah, but if you go to the final of Champions League, you first have to think about the game that you're playing. After that, then you can talk about the World Cup. Now that we are where we are, yes, we want to try and go back to the World Cup. Last year, we brought a medal for Africa. Okay, we didn't win it, but we brought the medal. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you play against Bayern, you know that it's not going to be easy, but Bayern is a big team. We have big teams. You're going to find Chelsea. You're going to find the team from CONMEBOL.
Definitely.
Yes, but it's an adventure. It's good for us. Let's see how far good we are, and let's see how far Africa is. I think at this point in time, Africa can stand up against CONMEBOL because we beat the CONMEBOL team last year.
Yes.
So probably FIFA will look at it different because I think, why should we play many games more than CONMEBOL? What's the difference? I mean, we beat them now. Mm-hmm. So I think the playing field should be level at this point in time. But yeah, I'm happy we won the trophy.
Okay, so Mr. Lawrence Kohler, you have a question?
Yes. Congratulations, Coach Pizzo. It's Lorenzia from Kickoff. My question to you is, you've won now your 3rd CAF Champions League title. What does this mean to you personally, as somebody that comes from humble beginnings, coming from South Africa, and does this elevate your status to a point where you will never return to domestic South African football? Is it only is your next objective to remain and go further in your career?
Well, thanks, Lorenzo, but you can't determine the future. You have to be humble. When you are winning, you must remain humble, because when you lose, people must remember you being humble when you win. That's important. For me, it's not about how many trophies I've won. I'm a coach because I want to win the next match. You will see even the next match we're going to play in Egypt, we prepare the same way, and I want to win the next match. So I'm not interested on how many trophies I've won. Okay, it's good because it's good for archives. Yes, life has been good for me. God has been good to me. I think in the last 12 or 13 months, maybe I won about, I don't know, maybe about 7, 8 trophies. So alhamdulillah.
Okay, so Mr. David, you have a question to ask? David Keppel?
Yes, hello, Coach. David from South Africa, Ijiski Times. Congratulations on the massive success. Your 17th trophy, I think, in senior management. But I wanted to find out, Kaizer Chiefs were very silent, in the build-up to the game. They didn't give away any team news yesterday. Was a bit of a surprise that Stuart Baxter all of a sudden was in the pre-match press conference. Was that a bit of mind games on their side? Did it affect you in any way in your planning? Thank you.
Well, I guess the surprise maybe was Coach Baxter on the bench, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe the coming on, because I kept looking was the surprise. And my analyst was intensive on scouting on Kaizer Chiefs, scouted the pictures on their training sessions yesterday. The players who were wearing the bibs, we know those who were wearing the bibs about to start. So I knew what the starting lineup is, because we are professionals. We are hawks at this space in time. We can see with the bibs that we're giving, the players that we're training, we knew the starting lineup. And the game came out as expected, to be honest, because what's good is that both teams stuck to their principles, and that shows maturity, because you cannot blame Kaizer Chiefs because of the scores or the results. Of course, they got a red card, and that gave us an opportunity. But even before the red card, the tactics were the same. Everything came out as expected. We never changed our tactics, and they didn't change their tactics. And why should they change the tactics if they reach the CAF Champions League final? You can criticize them, but they reached the CAF Champions League final. So those who have better tactics, why they're not in the final? So let's be humble and respect each other's teams the way they play. It's not for me to because we won and then criticize Kaizer Chiefs, because you must give respect of Kaizer Chiefs. And for me is to give respect to Coach Gavin Hunt, because he doesn't get credit for bringing the team to the semi-finals, and must give credit to Coach Atazwani with his assistant Shepi to bringing the team to the final. And also credit to Stuart, because I know he's been behind the scenes and helping them. We have to have respect, but as a local boy, as a township boy, I'm very happy for Atazwani. For me, if it was my way, I think he could have got the gong again and finished what he has started. But let's not forget Hanti. Hanti has done well, and the way they played suited them in the CAF Champions League final.
Okay, one last question, Coach. Mr. Arnold Rankoko, go ahead, sir.
Good evening. Dumelan Tadepito Mosimane. Congratulations, Coach. Yeah, thank you. Maybe out of all these 3 Champions League that you've won, I think this one this season, it was more emotional for you with whatever that has happened. What does it mean to come against the South African team, second South African team in the CAF Champions League?
Look, as I said, I feel conflicted because I played against the team from my country first. Second, I played for the team that I supported as a youngster. My history with Kaizer Chiefs as a youngster has been big, because my uncle played for Kaizer Chiefs. Dr. Kumalo's dad used to take me with his Kumbi and take me with the games and even to the training sessions of Kaizer Chiefs. I live in the same streets. I grew up in the same street with the chairman of Kaizer Chiefs, Kaizer Mdaung. I used to stop him on the road when we were playing football with his Mustang. So there's a lot of history and respect also for the team. But I think they've done very. If I was Kaizer Chiefs, I'd be very, very proud of the team, because look where they've arrived. And nobody arrives in the Champions League final. It's not easy. So, alhamdulillah, they came and we won the trophy.
Thank you, Coach, and congratulations for winning this title. Congratulations.
Yeah, I want to dedicate the trophy to, of course, Captain Bibo, because Mr. Khatib gave trust for me. He believed in me that I could change the fortunes because Ali didn't win the Champions League for the last 13 years. And he could have gone to Europe and bring all these Europeans that are always coming to Africa to coach. But Africans, we can win it ourselves. Why we don't believe that Africans can win it? The Africa Cup of Nations was won by Algeria, and the coach is Algerian.
Yes.
The cup final was Senegalese, Aliou Cissé. So we sometimes give the Europeans, I'm not saying we give them too much respect when we forget who we are. Why is Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah are conquering the Champions League? We just look for anybody from Europe and we give him the team. But we have the resources. Africa has the resources. I mean, the coach who was opposite of me is from Europe, England. The coach who was against Zamalek was from Portugal. The coach was Mourinho. Those things don't matter in a match, you know.
Yeah.
So Africa should trust its own people.
Definitely, if we stick to our own nature, if we stick to our own principles and listen to our instincts, we could definitely win.
Yeah, there's much we can do. Even the awards of the FIFA Player of the Year, the Ballon d'Or, and Coach of the Year, we don't feature. It's only the Europeans who feature. I mean, we have won trophies. I've won about 9, but nobody cares. I mean, I'm not the coach of Liverpool, but the history stays.
But thank you. Tonight you are a champion.
Thank
Enjoy it. Thank you.